How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Just gonna have a really quick look at Bitcoin, and yeah, what I've done essentially is I've just this is the daily chart really squished in because it gives a better analysis. You get some tighter wicks. However, they're not 100% accurate. I'd say they're about 90% accurate on the locations of the bounces. If I move to the bars, you can't really see anything. So I've put it on this scale just so you get a nice volume line and see the price action. It's pretty accurate. It's accurate enough for this video. So what you'll look at here is essentially Fibonacci of the low that we've put in over the last year, and it's kind of like the mean between the both. You know, we came down to 29.6, but we also came down to just above 30. So the low is essentially sitting between those two. I think that symbolizes the low for Bitcoin, or the current low that we've seen over the last 12 months. And you can also see price action from the 9th of Jan to the 9th of Jan, and essentially we're in the same place, give or take. But one thing that's significant to look for and notice here is on the 9th of Jan 2021 we found resistance at 40,800, and on the 9th of Jan we found support at 40,800. So that is quite a telling piece of information. That to me confirms that we weren't falling straight into a bear market. Hence, I think from my last video on Bitcoin, I was ecstatic because we really needed that bounce. I mean, you can see from previous moves that we had through April and May, when we did decline, we fell clean straight through the 40,800 area, and then we struggled to make it above, and then we retested on the low that we'd put in at the end of Jan. So that was essentially looking at a very bearish scenario, being down in this area, and as such what we've seen just now, having that bounce, is hopefully some support that will be our new low and we can move off higher. I haven't made this chart overly busy, and main reason for that is that in the coming days, possibly a couple of weeks, depending on where we're sitting, there'll be a fresh Fibonacci for us to look at. But for now, I've just gone year to year, from the 8th of Jan to the 8th of Jan 21 to 22. So what to look for now, and it's slightly unfortunate that following our retest as support at 40,800, we were rejected at the 618 at 44.3, and we're in a slight wobble, if you will. I don't think we're going to consolidate for too long within this channel. I think Bitcoin will make a decision on what it wants to do over the next couple of days. But what to look for is a break above 44.3, and then a slight retest and hold support there, and then hopefully we'll begin to move higher. Or we're going to fall from where we are following a back test and bounce up in rejection at the 618. We may actually come back to the 40,008 zone, and if we're rejected there, we are looking at coming back to sub 38. Now, if we don't bounce at 38, then that could be the beginning of a bear market. So it's really pivotal to see what happens next with Bitcoin. Will it backtest the 44.3 and break higher? If it does and hold, tremendous. Remortgage the house, it'll all go on. That's my opinion. If we don't break and hold the 44.3 and also don't bounce 40,008, then that could be the beginnings of us falling lower. And what we'll be looking at here is whereas we thought we had support 40,800, that might actually have been a protective bounce to stop us falling into a bear market. But you know, if Bitcoin wants to go, then it will just go. And as we've seen with Bitcoin historically, and also quite recently, when it wants to go, it just goes. It doesn't teeter around. It doesn't give us months of sideways consolidation. This thing, you have to respect that it's either moving higher or it's moving lower. You very rarely see it sitting within the same area of Fibonacci support or resistance in the same channel moving. I think the only time we have seen that was when we've been quite bearish, and it was, even while we were bearish, it was quite bullish in the way that it wanted to get out. It wasn't happy to just continue lower or sit and have sideways action between, you know, within a 10% price range. It was aggressive. It wasn't happy being where it was, so it wanted to move higher. So fingers crossed we're going to see similar action as we've seen over the last year, which will continue the aggressive activity. And yeah, we've had a bounce from 40,008, and if we do break above 44.3, it'd be nice to see some aggressive action from there. So best thing you could probably do, guys, is take a screenshot from this point or any point in the video, and just hold it for reference. You've got some significant price targets here. Yeah, I think that's some good advice, just something maybe for you to keep on your phones or your desktop devices. You don't need to run Fibonacci's every day. This covers from well, realistically, from when we put the low in after the previous momentous move, which dates back to 2018 times. But for significant price action, we're looking at the 2 recent highs and the 2 recent low lows over the last 12 months. So I think that this is a chart we can use well for now. And as you can see, like when we're up in the 382, we're testing to go higher or we're losing support, but we are essentially coming to, whether it be for retest to go higher or bounce points when we're moving lower, you can see that these Fibonacci price targets are fitting well with the action we've seen from Bitcoin over the last year, other than this significant support resistance line at 40,008. So for me personally, you may not hear a lot of YouTubers or specialists talking about it, but this is a significant one for me. 40,008 should really confirm whether we're going to be going lower or moving higher in the short term. So not financial advice, but this is just a sort of scientific, a very basic scientific review of what we've seen this thing do. And yeah, best of luck. If you've enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.